Today, we are going to take a look at all of the samples that Twice has used in all of their songs. Before we begin, I think it's important to define what a sample actually is. Sampling can be defined as an artist taking a portion of audio, a portion of a song, or other media from another artist for use within a new composition. These can include drum loops, strings, bass lines, hooks, and other vocals. This is different from a producer tag. Producer tags act as a watermark that a producer will place on a song that they worked on so that other people don't take credit for the production of that song. An example of this can be found in Cry For Me and Set Me Free. Lindgren is the main producer on both of these songs, and his producer tag is heard at the beginning. Not all producers have tags, but all tags are different. For example, here's mine.
Who's Sohnee?
Now that we have made that important distinction, let me show you some actual samples. Our first sample appears in the title track Fancy at the beginning of the song. Let me play you that section first, and then I'll talk about the sample. Did you catch the sample? Well, let me isolate it for you and play it back again. This sound is actually taken from minute 420 of D-Train's Misunderstanding from 1986. This is what the original sounds like. Pretty good song, right? Let's move on to another one. The next sample can be found on the What Is Love title track at minute 112. This one is much harder to distinguish without knowing the original. Unlike the last song, this doesn't sample vocals, but instead samples the drums off of Blowfly Sesame Street from 1974. Let's go back even further and look at a classic Twice title track, Cheer Up. At minute 130, the sample is heard clear as day. The I Need You vocal is taken from minute 314 of Zana's Sanctuary of Love from 1991. Now let's go back to another difficult one. Let me know if you can tell what the sample is in Dance the Night Away. Like I said, this one is a little bit challenging, but at minute 147, you should be able to hear it during Sana's verse. There's a lot going on in this song, so let's isolate the instrumental so that we can hear it a little bit better. Now that we can hear it even better, this sound is taken from Time Zone's The Wind Style from 1983. Okay, these next two songs actually use the same sample, although it's not as interesting as some of the previous ones. In Likey at the beginning, you can probably hear a crowd of children cheering. This is in fact taken from a sample pack of reactions from a small studio audience of children from 1999. Now, can you guess what other Twice track uses the sample? It may surprise you to find out, but this is actually used again in Chillax from the Summer Nights album at minute 126. These next two samples are probably my favorites. This time I'm going to play you the original first, and then I want you to see if you can figure out which Twice song it's found in. This chord loop was created by a producer named Mern and can be found in a sample pack he created in 2018. Of course, it should be obvious now, but if you haven't guessed yet, this loop is actually used in the Japanese track Breakthrough. And now, the last sample. This one can be found in the song Hell in Heaven towards the beginning of the song.
Surely you can see that you could never make her happy.
The talking that you hear in the background is taken from the dialogue of a film called Eyes in the Night from 1942. You can actually watch this entire film on YouTube for free if you're interested, but the sample occurs around the 9-minute mark. Although I would recommend that you watch the entire film, it's actually kind of interesting.
Age. Barbara's only 17. Surely you can see that you could never make her happy.
And that's it. Those are all the samples that have been identified so far in Twice's songs. There's a good chance that there are more samples I didn't cover in this video, so if you know any of them, let me know in the comments, and also tell me which sample surprised you the most. With that being said, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.